The sun dipped low, painting the vast Arizona sky with hues of orange and deep purple. A gentle breeze rustled through the sparse desert brush, carrying the scent of dry earth and distant rain. In the heart of this ancient land, nestled among towering saguaros and red rock formations, lay the village of the Apache people. Chief Kaya, a man whose face was etched with the wisdom of many seasons, sat outside his lodge. His gaze, usually sharp and discerning, was softened by the fading light. He watched the last of the day's activities unfold, children chasing shadows, women tending to the evening fires, and young men practicing their archery. But his heart carried a quiet longing, a wish that had grown with the years, a wish for his beloved daughter, Luna. Luna was the light of his life, a spirit as vibrant as the desert wildflowers after a spring rain. Her laughter was like the tinkling of wind chimes, and her eyes, dark and intelligent, held a deep understanding of the world around her. She was skilled in many ways. She could track a deer through the densest undergrowth, weave baskets with intricate patterns, and heal with herbs known only to a few. Yet, for all her gifts, one path remained unchosen, one journey unbegun. Kaya's wish was simple, yet profound. He desired for Luna a partner, a husband who would be her equal in spirit and strength, a man whose heart was as true as the sunrise. He wanted a brave man, not just in battle, but in character, a man who possessed courage, kindness, and unwavering integrity. Many young men from his own village, and even from neighboring tribes, had sought Luna's hand. They were strong, skilled hunters, and warriors. But none, in Kaya's discerning eyes, possessed that rare combination of qualities he sought. He wasn't looking for the fiercest warrior, nor the wealthiest. He sought something deeper, something that spoke to the very soul of a man. It was a quality that couldn't be seen with the eye, but felt with the heart. A true brave man. Years had passed. Luna, though content in her life, occasionally felt the unspoken weight of her father's search. She loved him dearly and trusted his judgment implicitly. She knew he sought only her happiness, and she waited patiently, tending to her duties, her spirit bright and hopeful. One evening, as the stars began to prickle the deepening sky, a lone rider approached the village. He was a stranger, a young man named Elias. He was not Apache, but from a distant tribe, his journey guided by whispers of the skilled healers of Kaya's people. His elderly grandmother was ill, and he had traveled for many days, seeking a cure. Elias was a quiet man, his movements deliberate and calm. His clothing was simple, his horse lean from travel. There was no boastfulness in his demeanor, no grand pronouncements. He carried with him only a small pouch of dried herbs and a heart heavy with concern for his grandmother. Chief Kaya, ever watchful, observed Elias from a distance. He saw the genuine worry in the young man's eyes, the quiet determination in his posture. He noticed how Elias spoke respectfully to everyone he encountered, how he helped an old woman carry water without being asked, and how he patiently listened to the advice offered by the village elders. Luna, too, had noticed Elias. She was the one who, with her vast knowledge of herbs, was asked to tend to his grandmother. Day after day, she worked tirelessly, brewing teas, preparing poultices, and murmuring ancient incantations. Elias stayed by his grandmother's side, offering comfort and support. He never complained, never demanded, simply waited with a quiet hope. As days turned into weeks, a subtle change began to unfold. Elias, once a stranger, became a familiar presence. He helped with daily chores, shared stories of his distant land by the evening fire, and listened intently when Kaya spoke of the Apache ways. He learned quickly, adapting to the rhythm of village life with an unassuming grace. Kaya watched. He saw how Elias treated his grandmother with tenderness and unwavering devotion. He saw how the children of the village gravitated towards him, drawn by his gentle nature and willingness to play. He saw how Elias, when faced with a difficult task, approached it not with brute force, but with thoughtful consideration and patience. One afternoon, a small child wandered too close to the edge of a steep canyon. The child, mesmerized by a colorful butterfly, was oblivious to the danger. A collective gasp rippled through the village. Before anyone else could react, Elias, who had been quietly mending a fence nearby, moved with swift, silent grace. He didn't shout, didn't panic. He simply placed himself between the child and the precipice, gently guiding the child back to safety with a reassuring hand. He then knelt, speaking softly to the child, explaining the danger not with fear, but with understanding. Kaya observed this scene from his lodge. A spark ignited within him, a warmth spreading through his chest. It was a moment of quiet bravery, a demonstration of an innate protective instinct, coupled with wisdom and gentleness. This was not the bravery of a warrior in battle, but a different, perhaps more profound, kind of courage. The courage to act without hesitation, to protect the vulnerable, and to do so with calm and compassion. Later that evening, as the stars twinkled brightly, Luna approached her father. Her eyes held a new softness, a thoughtful expression. She spoke of Elias, not in words of infatuation, but of observation. He is kind, father, she said. He listens with his heart. He cares for his grandmother with a love I have rarely seen. And he is gentle with the children. Kaya nodded slowly, a knowing smile playing on his lips. He had seen it too. He had watched Elias heal, not just his grandmother, but also a fractured bird's wing he found in the desert. He had observed how Elias shared his meager provisions with others, never taking more than he needed. The gentle twist came not with a dramatic revelation, but with the quiet realization that the man Kaya had been searching for all these years was not the one who boasted of his prowess, or displayed his strength with overt displays. He was the man who quietly demonstrated his character through his actions, his patience, and his unwavering kindness. Elias's grandmother slowly began to recover, thanks to Luna's skilled hands and Elias's devoted care. As her strength returned, the time came for Elias to consider his journey home. One morning, Kaya sent for Elias. They sat together in the shade of a large mesquite tree, the desert silence surrounding them. Elias, Kaya began, his voice calm and steady, you have shown great courage and kindness in our village. You have cared for your grandmother with a true heart, and you have shown respect for our ways. Elias listened, his gaze respectful, his heart a little heavy at the thought of leaving this peaceful place and these good people. Kaya continued, for many years, I have searched for a man to be a partner to my daughter, Luna. I have sought a truly brave man, not just in strength, but in spirit. He paused, his eyes meeting Elias's. I believe I have found him. Elias looked at Kaya, surprised, then his gaze shifted towards the distant lodges where Luna was likely working. A warmth spread through him, a feeling he hadn't dared to name. It is not the loudest drum that leads the people, Elias, Kaya explained, his voice rich with wisdom. It is the steady beat, the one that guides with consistency and strength of purpose. You possess that steady beat. You are brave in your gentleness, strong in your compassion, and true in your heart. A silent understanding passed between them. Elias, the quiet stranger who had come seeking healing, had found something more profound. He had found a home, and a purpose. Luna, when she was told, approached Elias with a shy smile. My father says you are a brave man, she said, her eyes sparkling. Elias, humbled, simply took her hand. I hope to always be worthy of your father's trust, and yours, Luna. The wedding was a celebration of two cultures uniting, a quiet joy that permeated the village. Elias, now truly one of them, pledged his life and his heart to Luna. He did not boast of battles won or hunts conquered. He spoke of his commitment to protect and cherish her, to build a life founded on respect and love, and to honor the traditions of her people. Chief Kaya watched his daughter and her new husband. His heart was full, a deep contentment settling within him. The long search was over. He had found not just a brave man, but a good man, a true man, for his beloved Luna. The Arizona sun, just as it had painted the sky on that first evening, now shone brightly on a new beginning, a testament to the quiet strength of true bravery. Elias and Luna settled into their life together, a testament to the fact that sometimes, the greatest heroes are not those who make the most noise, but those who live with the most profound and unwavering heart. Their days were filled with quiet understanding, shared laughter, and the gentle rhythm of life lived in harmony with the land and each other. Their love, like the ancient desert, was deep, resilient, and ever-growing. And Chief Kaya, in his quiet wisdom, knew he had made the right choice, a choice guided by the silent language of the heart.